Hello everyone, ARG back with some more Franchise Hockey Manager 8, and today we are going to be mostly playing the off season between 1991 and 1992, so the summer of 1991. We are going to be doing the draft. There should be the expansion draft for the Sharks coming in as well. So we're gonna need to be acute. We're gonna need to be on top of things. I need to improve my D if I want to have a shot at winning the Stanley Cup. I think everything else is pretty much in place. I like my goaltending with Artus Irbe. He really changed things there for me. He had one heck of a season. So I'm guessing I'm gonna lose a couple players, through retirement maybe, and then maybe through the expansion draft and whatnot. So we're gonna need to replace those players. The cutoff date for me, or the date that I can start signing rookies, is June 23rd. So I am going to sign a couple of my young players, and that should be it. Hopefully somebody's good on free agency. I'm willing to be a little crazy and maybe offer a first and a third for a high prize. I do have Philadelphia's and Detroit's first and thirds because of my players that they signed. McSorley signed in Philadelphia, and Chris Conto signed in Detroit, and I got both of those teams first and thirds for this upcoming draft, so that's pretty good. I don't have a second round draft pick though, because I traded that to the Islanders for Joe Ricky. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and advance. Usually I kind of do that stuff off screen, but I figured this time I would go ahead and do it on screen, see what happens. Alright. So I'm not expecting a whole lot of news all the way up until like the awards. Right, June Nieuwendyk extended with the Flames, so that's a 2 years contract extension for Nieuwendyk. And Jeff Brown also extended with the Quebec Nordiques, of course. That's a 2-year extension for him as well. Alright. Oh, Jeremy Roenick also extends with Chicago. That's going to be a 4-year contract, $800,000 per year. Jeremy Roenick is only 21. He's already a 5-star player. Alright, nothing going on today. Right, New Jersey is looking to move Patrick Sundstrom, so he's been put on the block. Right, Gerald Deduck is feeling better. We know he's ready to come back, but there's nothing to come back to. Right, the scouting, Gerald Deduck almost back. Alright, the jerseys we sold the most in May: Wayne Gretzky, Mike Gartner, Luc Robitaille, Glenn Ely, and Gary Galley. Alright, Gerald Deduck is completely recovered. Alright. Our best-selling jersey league-wide was Gretzky, and he was 17th. now there are rumors around Keith Acton, who's been put on the trading block. Deadok gets to come back. Alright, we're about to enter that stretch. Now I need to vote. Alright, I think Potvin should be in the Hall of Fame. Probably Sittler as well. There, we'll go with that. Right, let's move forward. Right, my players that are not necessarily super happy. Not a whole lot happening. Ooh, Hartford is looking to move Sylvain Turgeon. I can't get him. I should be having messages about personnel with expiring contracts. Yep, there we go. Alright, so I'm gonna need one scout because I cannot keep Bob Owen. So, scouts. Yes, I'm taking notes on the side. Go away, Bob Owen. And Max Owen's assistant coach. Can't keep him either. Right, so that's not a whole lot to shop for. That's nice. Shopping for personnel is not always my favorite, so no, you're not coming back. You will be replaced on July 1st. Oh, awards ceremony. I think that Arthur's Airbay has a shot at a few things here, so that's pretty interesting. Alright, so the art goes to Wayne Gretzky. We won something, Wayne. Connie Smythe, so Chicago won the cup, so maybe Jeremy Roenick. Doug Wilson. Oh yeah, he had 19 points in 19 games as a defenseman. That's pretty good. The Calder is going to be between Irbe, Jagger, or McGillney. It could be McGillney or Irbe. I don't think Jagger is winning that. McGillney won it, so another King wins the trophy. Alright, now for the Norris. We don't have anybody for that. Al McInnes wins the Norris. Now the Selkie between Hudson, Curry, and Troy Loney. Mike Hudson wins it. The Vizina between Barrasso, Reese, and Irbe. Irbe should win that. Artis Irbe did. Wahoo! 3 trophies for us. The GM of the year. I am not nominated, folks. I think I've been robbed. Cliff Fletcher, Jack Ferreira, and Bobby Clark. Jack Ferreira in Minnesota was the GM of the year. He led the North Stars to a 41-win season. That's pretty good. Then the coach of the year, Roby Vtarek, Paul Holmgren, or Ted Sater. Roby Vtarek won it. So we won 4 trophies. That's pretty good. But we didn't win the most important one, which is the Stanley Cup. Right, so that's all of the trophies. I'm just going to go ahead and delete all of that. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and continue. Larry Robinson is talking about retirement. He's 40 years old. And the Rangers are looking to move James Patrick. Ooh, the Oilers are looking to move Steve Smith. Cannot get him. He's more of a defensive defenseman anyway. I have, a plethora of those. Need somebody that can move the puck a little bit better. Alright, we are June 23rd, so I'm going to be signing some people here. Alright, I'm going to sign this guy. Everybody else, I don't know. Well, I'm not saying John Miner. I cannot. I think I'm just gonna keep it like that for now. All right. My awesome Alf-Star 20-year-old goaltender. Gotta make sure that he's signed. Oh, Paul McLean is on the block. Good old Paul Ross. There's some interesting names on the block. I just cannot go for any of them. Alright, Jamie Ram signed. Buffalo's looking to move Bob Carpenter. Randy Cunnyworth is also on the block. Now that's somebody I could go for. Although he's a forward. Peter Klima might be departing Detroit, so he's been put on the block as well. Wow, that's a lot of interesting players on the block. Oh, Hartford is looking to move good old Ulf Samuelsson. And Tony McKegney with St. Louis is also on the block. Buffalo's looking to trade John Anderson. Mark Napier has also been put on the block. So is Mark Hardy. Alright. Alright, let's take a look at the score we got. $29. Alright, my June scouting, don't really care. Bryant McClellan is on the block. So is Mario Marwa. Every single defenseman that ends up on the block is being rumored to end up in LA. I cannot go for any of them. I will check before. before July 1st. Sylvain Turgeon, wow, that's crazy. I guess the best defenseman I could go for is Bob Rouse. That's another defensive defenseman. I think I'm gonna have to pass on all of that great talent. Alright, we're advancing until tomorrow. Alright, so first piece of order, I'm gonna have 1 million emails to go through. So I might see that I lost some people to retirement and everything. Then I'm going to look for replacement personnel. Then I'm gonna look at free agents, and then we're gonna slowly advance further. Yeah, the expansion is on the 2nd. Alright, so let's go through all of that here. Alright, top selling jerseys for the Kings: Gretzky, Gartner, Robitaille, Ely, Galley. Alright, that's good. Top selling NHL jerseys for June: Gretzky was 8. Sold less jerseys than Vincent Riendo, who was first in the entire NHL. Lots of Vincent Riendo fans, as I can see. Alright, Daniel is on the trading block. We just saw him there. Oh my, it's gonna be a rough start in San Jose. They picked Mike Milbury as their first GM. Poor Sharks. Poor Sharks fans. Right, and Lou Vero is going to be their first coach. Alright, so those are the players that are going to be available in the draft. Blackhawks got a new TV deal. Red Wings as well. We did as well for 2 years. They want me to rebuild again. I don't have time to rebuild, Bruce. I kind of in a challenge here. Minnesota North Stars get a new TV deal. Penguins as well. Flames, Devils, Nordiques, and the Sharks. Gord Kluzak just retired. He was 27 years old and a 2.5-star player. Doesn't look like we lost anybody to retirement after all, so we get to keep Rick Green. Guy Lafleur retires. He was with the Devils, 39 years old, 2.5-star player. Guy Lafleur is going to have his number retired by Montreal. Paul McLean is retiring at 33 years old from the Red Wings, 33, 2.5-star player. Rick Meagher also retires in St. Louis, 2.5-star player. He was 37. Jim Nill retires from Alki from the Pens. He was 33 and a star and a half. Jeff Parker in Pittsburgh also retires, 26 years old, star and a half, not in the game anymore. Pete Peters also retires, 33 years old, 2-star players. Stan Schmill is also done, 33 years old, 2 stars. Alright, so the Sharks joined the NHL as we knew. Alright, so we didn't lose any players to retirement. Now we're gonna lose at least one player to the expansion. Alright, so now I have to select who I want to keep. Again, I only have Wayne Gretzky. That's, you know, a no-brainer apparently. So I can protect 2 goaltenders and 16 skaters. I'm going to do as usual and ask my assistant, and then we're gonna go from there. let's take a look here. Yeah, my assistant is making a couple weird picks there. I also don't know how many players I can lose. I think it's only one, but do I really want to risk it? Right, Artus Air Bay I'm keeping for sure. Now Glen Ely I would love to keep, but Dwayne Rolassen, although Rolassen historically in this game takes forever to develop. Oh boy, what to do? I'm unprotecting Gustafsson. I'm going to protect Gusarov instead. So we have that for sure that we're going to be doing. Right, and then I'm going to unprotect Darren Rumble. And we're going to protect Joe Ricky. Alright. So, oh man. I'm going to try to... I think they're going to take Glen Ely. Airbase playing most of the games anyway. So I think I'm going to try to have François Gravel as my backup. I think that's what we're going to need to do. Unless he's taken, of course. Alright, up front, let's see. Arneal... I think that up front I'm a little bit more in agreement with what they've done there. Up front we're keeping Arneal, Robitaille, Randy Wood, Andrew Castles, Gretzky, Ridley, Mike Gartner, McGillney, Shepard, Gary Volk. Yeah, I pretty much agree with that. Plus, you know, I'm not losing out of those players. Those are just the players that are available for drafting. If I can only lose one, I'm going to go ahead and guess that they're probably going to take Glen Ely. That would be my guess. I don't know. But, yeah, let's go. That's going to be our protection list right there. Let's see if I live to regret it. Oh, Grant Fuhrer dumps his agent over lack of a new deal. That's okay, in not too long he's gonna rejoice because he's gonna have a better one. Alright, expansion draft. Let's see if I picked right for my protected players. Alright, so picked first. Oh, yeah, let's take a look at who's available. Oh, there's some decent players. Mats Naslund is available, and in terms of potential, Cujo is the best one. Wow, they're stupid if they don't pick Cujo. That's a good way to start your expansion with Cujo in net. Glenn Ely was picked first. Alright, so if I can only lose a player, if they have the real rules in, that's it. That's the only player that I'm gonna lose. But I don't know. Alright, so Glenn Ely was picked by the Sharks in the expansion draft. Mats Naslund was picked. Ron Sutter. Nope, I can lose more than one player because they just picked 2 players from the Flyers. So JJ Daigneault is now a Sharks. Marty McSorley. Oh wow, the Flyers are being picked apart. Marty McSorley was also picked. That's 3 players in a row from the Flyers that were selected. Mike Donnelly has been picked from Montreal. Carey Wilson from Montreal as well. Garth Butcher from Buffalo is now a Shark. Jim Weimer as well. Is that it? That's weird. Why did they only pick 10 players? Then they pick Steve Casper. This is really weird. Or is there more than one round? Is that what's it? No, I guess not. Okay, that's odd. I don't remember. I was a little young. I don't remember if the Sharks only picked 10 players back then. I know that whenever you start as the Suns and the Florida Anaheim expansion happens, they go through, you know, a full team worth of players. All right, so we lost one player. We lost Glenn Ely. So we're picking 13th, 20th, and 22nd in the draft. In the first round, we don't have a second pick, and then we should have 3 third-round picks as well. All right. Let me save real quick. And before we do that, let's go ahead and take a look at the different free agents. Oh, Yves Lassen is a... Rob Blake is a free agent. Offer Rob Blake crazy money so that the Leafs don't even think about matching this. Why can't I submit? Oh, I have to do it from here. That's fine. I can live with not having my first and third next year if I can land Rob Blake. Alright, let's go do the rookie draft now. Alright. So usually for the rookie draft, I do the first round one by one, and then after that I go a little bit faster, so let's go. Peter Forsberg goes first and was selected by the Sharks. Next is Eric Lindros, who was picked by the Toronto Maple Leafs. Scott Niedermayer was picked third. He's going to go with the Canucks. He's going to go play with Mike Modano and Jaromir Jagr. They are starting to build a pretty decent team over there. Right, next is Alexis Lilou is going to go with the Quebec Nordiques. Brian Rolston was picked by the Devil. Oh, well, that's where he played a big chunk of his career, so that works. Jari Lehtinen was picked by the Islanders. Marcus Naslund goes with the Blues. Pat Falloon with the Montreal Canadiens. Daniel Alfredson with the Oilers. Todd Marchand with the Bruins. Nikolai Abibulin with the Jets again. If he lands pretty much where he should have. Steve Konowalchuk goes with the Whalers, and it is our turn to pick here. So I need to pick somebody that fits the ARG thing. Oh dear God, there's nobody that I can get. Oh, I can get Glenn Murray. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Glenn Murray. Wasn't a bad goal scorer with the Bruins for a little bit. Glenn Murray comes with the Kings. There you go. Alright. Then John Madden goes with the Sabres. Chris Osgood with the Washington Capitals. Hans Janssen with the North Stars. Thomas Holmstrom with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Mikael Nylander with the Rangers. Richard Matvichuk with the Blackhawks. Right, and then it's my turn again. And I'm gonna need to go with players with a little bit less potential, so I cannot get Manny Legacy, I cannot get Philippe Boucher, cannot get Scott Walker, and cannot get Johan Edberg. So now I'm gonna go with maybe Andrew Brunette. He was a decent player, not a superstar, but he was decent. Andreas Dackel for my Sens connection. Aaron Ward is a defenseman. I don't have many of those. I think I'm gonna take Andrew Brunette. Alright, next pick is Manny Legacy, and it's my turn again, and this time I'm gonna take Aaron Ward. I need some defensemen as well. Alright, so I got 3 players in the first round that should play in the NHL, even though not necessarily being superstars. Glenn Murray, Andrew Brunette, and Aaron Ward, so they should be able to play in the NHL at the very least. Now I'm gonna do pick until human. I'm skipping the entire second round because I don't have a second round draft pick, so there you go. Alright, there's a lot less talent left in the draft now. Alright, so is that Andreas Johansson? I might pick him. Steve Guola, maybe. Pascal Rion, Mathieu Barnaby, Sicarta. Alright, cool. I'm gonna pick Andreas Johansson. Alright, now let's see. Pascal Rion, maybe. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Pascal Rion. I'm having a much better draft this time around than last year. Last year was kind of rough. Alright, pick until human. Steve Guola is still available. I'd like to get a defenseman, but there's nobody. So Steve Gould, I might be able to trade from a position of strength. All right, so Rich Brennan, maybe. He might be able to make it to the NHL. He did play some. We're gonna pick Rich Brennan. Alright. Now it's pretty much, you know, slim pickings at this point. Let's get this guy. Really not going for superstars. Well, there's no superstars left. Richard Arosamena. There you go. Let's pick this guy. There we go. All right. So they say that the Sharks had a pretty good draft. They picked Forsberg, Scott Walker, Johan, and that's pretty good. Oh God, no, the Flyers are not among the best drafts. They picked Craig Darby, Kennedy, François Gros. Yeah, no. All right. So now are we going to be getting Rob Blake? Maybe we will. All of those players are not gonna be signing with anybody, I don't think. Which sucks. It's like, so one thing that I noticed is that there's like 2 different free agent places that you can go, right? So there's that one here where you can go like and go through free agent center and nobody's signing those guys. Or you can go through here, through free agents here, but all those players that I was looking at are not showing up here, and that's very weird to me. It's like there's 2 different ways to get to free agents, and it looks like the computer only looks at the players that are over here. The computer is not looking at where I was looking, so now I can go and offer Robert Reichel a decent contract, and he's gonna end up on my team because but players like Fedorov and everything are all sitting there. I cannot sign them. Yeah, I'm not shy. I'm gonna go ahead and offer a contract to Robert Reichel. Then who else can I go for here? Semak. I think that's gonna be that. Alright, let's see what happens here. Simcar has been put on the block. Oh, the Leafs matched the offer to Rob Blake. Wow, I didn't think they would with all of the money I was offering him. Right, Alan Hayward signed with the Capitals. Stefan Matteau stays with Montreal. They match the offer of the Flyers. Brian Noonan stays with the Hawks. Robert Reichel signed with me, so not all is lost. Right, and then Grant Fuhr signed with a new agent there. Alright, I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop here for today. I have something that came up, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop. That's gonna be a little bit of a shorter one. I know we're kind of in the Nana land as far as where we are in the calendar, but yeah. Alright, so as usual, I want to thank you for tuning in, for those of you who did, and if you're catching this on YouTube and you like this shorter video, please feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, all of that good stuff. Until I roll this game again, I'll see you folks next time. Thank you.